let's follow up on this Kellen Winslow situation with Phil Savage, the general manager. And I've said that Kellen doesn't need to be so sensitive that Phil Savage didn't come visit him. But let's take it a step further, and to thinking whether you're a conspiracy theorist or whatever it is. If Kellen Winslow, and remember when he was in the hospital, and said he didn't want to talk about what his illness was. Now, two things come to mind. One is, with all the internet and all of us speculating, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh my gosh, is there something really seriously wrong? And then you look through all the internet and newspapers, and people are speculating that it's, whether it's a sexual problem or something else wrong, or a very serious, and staph infection serious, but the surrounding parts about what goes on with an injury. And I'm not a doctor. We'll leave that to the medical staff. But what was wrong with Kellen Winslow? And he was doing the right thing by saying, I don't want to talk about it. He criticized management for not visiting him, and that's another whole thing, and being critical of management. But if, in fact, that the Cleveland Browns went to Kellen Winslow and said, don't talk about this because it's another staph infection, basically our 6th staph infection since 2005, and they told him not to say anything, and then all the speculation and rumor, and I have been, I think anybody who's been on TV or an athlete or whatever, most have been, a part of people's speculation, or why he's not at ESPN anymore, or why he did this, and there's lies and rumors and all those things that go on, or why somebody had this happen to him, or why that happened to him. Speculation, bloggers, all the people can speculate all they want, and people see it out there, and all of a sudden they think it's true, and it's BS and crap, okay? And some of it's true, but some of it's just somebody with hatred, or somebody that wants to bring somebody else down, and speculation. And speculation, the internet's great, and all this stuff and coverage, and we've added more stuff in these days, different mediums, but it can also be detrimental and hurtful. And I've been a part of that, okay, for different reasons, but been a part of it, so I understand. So I'm on Kellen Winslow's side on this. So if he was protecting the Browns by not saying a staph infection, and then all of a sudden the speculation comes out that it's, is it this or is it this? Is his career done? Is it something, did he get some other illness because of it? Was it something that he wasn't supposed to be doing? Any of those things, which is unfortunate and unfair, because it can ruin a guy's life. And the speculation, and then somebody reads it, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's gospel, and it's etched in stone, and that's not true. So if he was protecting the Cleveland Browns and not mentioning staph infection, and then all the speculation comes out that it was something else, and then he comes out and says, wait a minute now, here's exactly what it was, because he's trying to clear his name, which I understand, so people don't speculate that it's something that it's not, and then the Browns want to turn around and fine him $234,000, which is a game check. It's crap. Okay, it's ridiculous. I don't care if the Browns general manager, Phil Savage, doesn't go visit Kellen Winslow in the hospital. Could care less about that. You know what? Pieces of meat athletes are, they get paid a lot of money, so they shouldn't be sensitive. You know what? And don't hold your breath, as I've said before, and wondering if a general manager is going to come visit you in the hospital when you're hurt, or you blow out a knee, or you got staph infection. They don't give a rat's ass, okay? They just don't. And when you're no good to them on the field, they don't care. And it's not just Phil Savage, it's anybody. It's nothing personal what I'm saying about them. It's what you get into when you know you're playing. They brand you, stamp you, and move you out. Pay you a lot of money to brand you and stamp you, but also fine you a lot of money when you speak out against something you're trying to protect yourself. And then people say, well, you don't have to defend yourself. Well, if you don't defend yourself, the speculation causes people major, major heartache. Been there, okay, which is crap. And I've said it before. So that being said, Kellen Winslow wants to come out, and this is just my theory, if he wants to come out and say, you know what, it's staph infection, the Browns saying, you shouldn't have talked about that because we've had too many of them, we're going to suspend you for conduct detrimental or for doing what you did, for being insubordinate. Well, the truth of the matter is he supposed to allow that to affect his life where everybody else is speculating on it? No. And he's also appealed this, and you know what, I think he's going to win next week. They give him his check back. And the Browns could use Kellen Winslow on the field. So for me, I completely understand. Forget the sensitivity. I understand if, in fact, Kellen Winslow was trying to clear his name because he deserves that. Because the speculation, we're guilty till proven innocent. Or people speculate, and that's the way it is until somebody comes out and defends it and has to say what they say. So I'm with Kellen Winslow on this. And you know what? Like I said, I don't care about the sensitivity. I'll say that because it's not, the loyalty doesn't exist for the most part in professional sports and in the NFL. And it's not bitter, it's just true. You just got to know that going in. That's why you choose this profession, to love what you do. You know what? They're not in the feel-good business. They don't give a fuzzy rat's ass how you're feeling. As long as you're helping them win, that's cool. But when it comes to being fined that much because you were trying to keep it quiet, and this is me talking now, trying to keep it quiet because you didn't want maybe the Cleveland Browns to say, oh, another staph infection, everybody to get on Cleveland and direct the focus there. Kellen Winslow should have defended himself so people don't speculate that it was something that it's not. And you know what? We owe him that and the right to be able to come out and clear his name. And if the Browns don't like it, the Browns will get over it. I think Kellen Winslow deserves his money back. He's suspended for the game. They ought to give him his check back. And I think that whoever rules on this, I think they're going to find that Kellen Winslow was not insubordinate, that he has the right to protect his honor. And I hope that it works out for Kellen Winslow. And you know what? Shame on us for speculating and talking about stuff that we're not real sure about until we get the final answer and understand, especially when it comes to somebody's privacy and health and what's going on off the field. On the field, we can speculate and we can look and we can say, you know what, that guy dropped the ball because of this, and that's our job. When it comes to a person's private business, you know what? I think they deserve the right, just like every other person around deserves the right to have that privacy until we know the exact facts. And Kellen Winslow ought to get his paycheck back. I think the Cleveland Browns made a major mistake.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy at opensports.com.